Sorry for the hold up. Sorry for the hold up. I had a few things to do that I didn't realize had to be done. It was going to take me longer. However, there's a few updates that I want to update with you. Also, just letting you know, this will be a fairly long live that I will be doing. Make sure that you're subscribed to this second channel, SL Davis Social Media News. I was supposed to go live on my second channel yesterday so I could get you guys over there to the second channel. So when I do different commentary, not just Chrisean Rock commentary, but Chrisean Rock commentary and commentary from A to Z, you will be able to see that content as well. I do on my analytics see what other content my viewers watch, so it won't be anything out of left field that you guys will be watching and will click off of, because I can see my analytics and I know what content that you guys watch, what channel holders that you watch. So I pretty much know what kind of content you're watching beside Chrisean Rock content. So getting off of that, we got that out of the way. I just want to let you guys know all statements are allegedly. I'm going to stop. Hey, Drip Advisory, I'm going to start putting this beautiful beam footage at the beginning of the videos before I start the updates. And I'm going to say, like I've been saying, and it's really sad that really credible content creators are discredited because people want the answers now. And sometimes we don't have the answers, and that doesn't make us out to be liars. That makes us out to be realists, because realists understand that sometimes patience is a virtue. We're not going to always get the information at one time. Um, People are quick to go to other channel holders' pages where they got information from a channel holder that probably is not even known in the community, or runs around with false narratives about situations like Chrisean Rock, for an example, Blueface, and the whole circus. Even the ones in the circus that we might not care too much for, there's still lies and made up stories that are made up to keep this entity or these entities going. And it's really sad. But over here on SL Davis's channel, we're gonna straighten things out. And we're gonna get down to the cause of the cause. And we're gonna nip it in the bud. Do not come over here unless you have receipts on anything that you are claiming to be or run with as the truth. And going forward, uh, if anybody is in my comment section and they are, in my opinion, spreading false narratives, we will have to remove you. We do not need that toxicity up here on social media. I get what a lot of people are trying to do. They're trying to plant seeds. But with that all being said, we're going to definitely get into the updates. And as I've said before, um, the system is the system. And we only know what we know. And that's why it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get out of. Everything is a waiting game. There might be things that they know that we don't know. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we have to um pretty much, hold on one second, guys, because I'm trying to do something really quickly. Where's it at? All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Now that's better. We have to be people that use discernment. And we can't just run with the first thing smoking, just like the CPS situation. I brought it up clearly just to tell you what I already predicted was going to happen if and when Chrisean Rock was apprehended by the local authorities for not clearing up her legal obligations. And that's what happened. As you guys could see, I am going to be doing a recap of some information. Shout out as always to Hennessy's review. Please make sure you go subscribe to her channel. At the top of the description box is the link to subscribe to her channel. Also, by default, so in every videos, even if it's not Chrisean Rock or anything to do with the circus, she is by default. Her channel is down at the bottom where all my people I have down to subscribe to are down there. She is listed in that list, so there's no way you can't say that you couldn't find where her channel was at. Please show her her flowers, and cheer her up, because I've been looking at her content, and she's like me, frustrated, and I think that sometimes people wear it on their face when they are aggravated with all the situations, in my opinion, that are going on. And I want to tell her, and I hope she's listening, baby girl, you're doing a good job. Don't let these haters shine on your parade, and keep doing the good work. So we're going to get directly into it, because this is going to be a long live. This is a live commentary. I will not be doing the 7 p.m. live. I'm trying to squeeze all of this in before we start the live commentary video. So I just wanted to let you guys know that in advance, so we're all up to date. I will be doing a 7 p.m. live tonight, guarantee. And we'll do a test live Tuesday on my second channel, not Monday. It's the beginning of the week and almost the end of the week. I mean, the end of the month. And it's crunch time, so we got to get this work out here. So we can't be playing around doing test live videos. So we'll do that on Tuesday, the test live video on my second channel, so you guys can get over there and get subscribed to the channel, which is this one here, SL Davis Social Media News, and get you guys up and running. So let's get started, because Hennessy Review has a lot to say. None of this shocks me at all. None of this surprises me at all. But I just think that you guys need to listen to what this update is. I don't think anybody, per usual, has this update or is updating these updates like she updates these updates.
Today is my daughter's 25th birthday.
Happy
and as
birthday,
she is off
baby
taking her
girl.
birthday shoot pictures, I decided to jump on live because there's a lot of kabuffle going on in the IG streets.
Yeah,
oh
always.
my God. Henny said
YouTube
something.
too.
Oh my God. It's a problem.
Happy birthday to Hennessy
In case you missed
daughter.
it, because a lot of you do not have IG, and child, you ain't missing nothing, because I wish I didn't sometimes too. But if I didn't, I wouldn't have met all of y'all. So it's a double-edged sword. Thank you. Thank you. I will be sure to tell her that all of y'all said happy birthday to her. So earlier today, I went live because
I
the
saw
Henny
some
Gang
of it.
asked me for an update.
I saw
Okay?
some of it.
So Henny goes live on IG. Why didn't you come to YouTube? Because y'all, I couldn't share the documents the way I wanted to and all of that. And sometimes it's just quicker to do it over there.
Do it
So
your
I
way.
went over there and I gave my little 1-2 on the situation. And baby, it caused an uproar in them IG streets. Do you hear me? So I decided to come over here and do it the right way, my way, Henny's way. Okay. Now, on Friday, I said in my video that Chrisean had court on Friday. It's Chrisean's case. So I said Chrisean had court. I never said she was there. I said she had court. But if you don't believe me,
that's it.
Check it out for yourself, because this is what I said in my IG live. And I'm breaking this down for the ones in the back who want to try to be messy, who want to start stuff and get me going.
I saw this too, guys.
Get other people
so
going.
I can confirm that.
And even for those who want to jump at an opportunity to try to debunk me, baby, I read the court doc.
Yes, you do.
And then I add my 1-2, and I tell people that I don't know for a fact. Because nobody knows for a fact unless you are in that courtroom. But let's take a listen, shall we, to what I did say and what I didn't say in my own IG live. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yes, you shouldn't have to.
But we're going to review it. Shout out to all of y'all in here. I don't need my glasses today, Miss Carla.
She don't look like she's in a good mood. When I seen her face, I said she looked like she is not well. But somebody said something that got her smiling. But don't let nobody shine on your parade, honey.
But this is as you can see, it is the weekend. And for those of y'all who know, y'all know that I'll be at work. Yes, please make sure that you are hitting that like button on your way into the bar, because I'm not here for a long time, but I am here
For
for a
good
good time.
time.
And
And
I
y'all,
am here to speak for me, because only I can speak for me. Only I can explain myself. And
Yeah,
that's if
people will
I so
trip.
choose to. Aren't you supposed to be saying, yes, she's at her birthday shoot right now?
For the ones in the
She's doing a
back, y'all
birthday
need to
shoot.
have several seats. Y'all be doing the most. Starting up
So we will all
conflict.
be going out in
That's
a little
crazy.
bit.
happy Sunday, everybody. Here from YouTube.
There you
Hey.
go. There's that smile.
Shout out to
Don't worry,
y'all
I'm going to take
following.
this and put it up on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this from YouTube, be sure you're following me on here to say _reviews from
Tired brain,
on
y'all.
IG. Not from IG, but on IG. So, per the request of the Henny Gang, because usually we don't get movement on court cases over the weekend, right?
We're not
Now, I
supposed to.
said
Not that I
per
know of.
the Henny Gang. Y'all all heard that request. Okay. Hey, Miss Fit.
I'm not sure if Callie holds court on Saturday or not,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just in her
They don't.
court docs on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And me and a couple, Henny PRs was in her case file this morning because we were looking at something else, trying to find a date for something else with the People versus Chrisean case.
Now, you heard what I said. We were in the court docs earlier that day looking for something else because we were trying to figure something out. And as we were in the court docs, there was nothing in there. Then when I got the request, does anyone know if there?
This is what's so sad. And if you don't like that I talk, you can remove yourself, because I did get a comment and it was only one. I get them periodically. If you don't like that I talk because I'm a commentary channel, duh, that's too bad. But let me just say this to you. It's so sad how I can feel the vibe that you see that Hennessy Review does thorough reviews. She goes into the clerk's online dockets that they store online. And they should, because if in case of an emergency, a building burns down or what have you, the clerk's office is not where you're going to turn for these legal documentations that need to be documented. However, she goes in, she does her due diligence, she reads these documents. Some of these documents have these crazy words that none of us can pronounce, okay, or even spell. She's reading it, she's doing the breakdown. If she doesn't understand it, she looks up what that word means or what that phrase means or that legal term means. People just don't want to hear the truth because they're so afraid that if they hear the truth, it might shed some light that is not that bad for Chrisean Rock at the end of the tunnel. So they just try to pick at something to bring up or stir up more drama, but they so-called want justice for Chrisean Rock, as in her being free and back with Junior. None of these things can't happen if we're trying to speak negativity into existence, set of positivity. You take every little thing and you drag it, you turn it into some demonic information. You did that with the CPS stuff. I just was trying to show you clearly that this is what was going to happen next, because people were going to run out of things to talk about because Chrisean Rock and Blueface were no longer around. And people ran with that as in I was confirming and showing the public, see, such and such is now in CPS. Or I'm hearing, no. I was telling you what was going to happen, and that they weren't going to furnish no receipts because there are no receipts to be furnished. That's not public information they're going to put on the news about a CPS case with an underage child. That's when we know that people have brain cells still up in there. They're just not using it because they don't want to hear the the civil stuff, they want to hear the uncivilized stuff. And it gets too boring when the stuff is grown folk conversation and civilized. And it's really sad. It really, truly is. She should not have to be up here explaining what doesn't need to be explained. And it's really sad.
There's an update. I went back to look to screenshot to give and saw that there was a court proceeding held on Friday.
Right? And we were just in there. We don't hold court on the weekends. Good. I'm glad you said that.
Now, that's somebody from California that said they do not hold court on the weekends.
And they don't. And they don't.
Chrisean, you can't see it on here. Let me see.
Absolutely. A little bit closer. Let's see if I could. That's okay. I don't have. And let's go here. This court date, for anybody who has been in this document, this court date right here was not in between these dates. It was this date right here, which was the last time that she was in court. And then it was this date right here where it's a non-appearance, which means she does not have to appear. And it is for her to relinquish any firearms, anything that they say she has to turn over as weaponry has to be turned over. Okay. This was not there from what I saw this morning.
And she should
and
have
no one else
that.
reported on it from what I saw. So I said, we know we didn't see this. Okay. They wanted an update. This is an update. Is it not?
It is.
Or am I tripping? Do I not know what an update is? I don't know. But anyway, I read this off. I even said this is a Nook Pro Took. And I explained what that was based off of what I saw on the Google. Now, I will share with you the Google. Okay, Nook Pro Took is a Latin word meaning now and then. Generally, this refers to an action taken by a court that applies retroactively to correct an earlier ruling. That comes from Cornell. Okay, that's the Cornell Law School. Okay, what is Nook Pro Took order in California? Nook Pro Took is a Latin expression which means now for later. In general, a court ruling, Nook Pro Took, applies retroactively to correcting an earlier ruling.
So that's not Henny's fault.
In the chat, if y'all following that,
it's the court's fault.
You had to pull the megaphone out again. It's okay. It's an update. It's something that they are fixing in the file.
Right.
We don't know what it could be. I made some assumptions on what it could be. Okay, everybody understands this. Everybody, Henny glasses are all in the chat. But now let's listen to what I said in the video. Chrisean had court on Friday. Did I say Chrisean was at court on Friday, or did I say Chrisean was at? Chrisean had court. Did I say at or had?
You see how people will switch things up. She said, and I heard it too. Y'all know I heard it because I listened to all her videos, and I have to listen to them before I even do commentary to them because I got to know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm heading into. Even I know it's always positivity coming from her channel. She's not a messy channel holder. She don't get up there cussing and carrying on. She's about her business. However, and a lot of people, I got to edit their content with the cussing and profanity. I ain't got to do all that with Hennessy review. And I know when I go on to do a commentary video, she's about her business. But it's so sad. How do we turn a woman who is thoroughly trying to give the thoroughest update on CashApp? I don't care. Put aside what side everyone's on. Who cares? Even if you're not on CashApp's side, just do your due diligence, and you can still form your opinion. Have your side that you're on. If you don't like Chrisean, that's cool, but still do your due diligence and not listen to people who are saying things that can't no receipts be proven. And I even say when I'm bringing up stuff that I have no idea about or hear about, listen, don't put that in my chat. Don't speak on that. If you can't put a link to something that I can use discernment with, check it out, do my due diligence with, and then report the information the proper way. But Hennessy Review did not say she was she said she had court. Now, as fathers, if they changed the date back and it was set in stone, that's not Hennessy Review's problem. I told you guys on my channel, courts change all the time. They push back things all the time, which also cause mass confusion. And then we like to shoot the messenger because we're like, well, this person said it said this on the document for this day. So why didn't that happen? Go ask the courts that. Stop trying to go after the wrong people, which are the messengers. Go after the people who are in control of the situation. We have no control over the situation, and we shouldn't have to be held accountable for that.
Y'all tell me down in the comment sections which one I said. I just want to make sure that I heard myself correctly. You following? Okay, you picking up what I'm putting down, and I'm loving that for us. Okay, before I continue on, can we get them likes up? 306 in the chat and only 138. Can we get the likes up, please?
Yeah, y'all are bad at the likes.
I said had. Thank you.
People
While I'm
want you to
doing this,
lose
can
a
I get a
focus.
like check? Rock had court Friday. Thank you. Okay, so now let me ask those of you that are here, because I know video. All right, so now let me ask y'all this question. If I say, she said, I want to make sure I heard myself correct. Yes, honey, I want to make sure I'm not being delusional.
They'll make you think that, though, if you feed into it, because I know I fed into it a couple times.
So if I said she had court on Friday, does that mean that she was at court on Friday?
Not at all.
I didn't say that. I don't recall saying that. And correct me if I'm wrong. What happened? I will call on tomorrow for you, Henny. Okay, you go call on for me. All right. Okay, so everybody is saying nope. That does not mean thank you. See, this is what I love about y'all. This is why I said YouTube is definitely my fan. Okay.
Let me just say this to you. You know, I know that people want Chrisean, even haters, they want Chrisean back. Well, some of them, the haters, they want Chrisean back on the soil and not locked up in a cage. You know, they want the real reality show to continue. But until Chrisean Rock clears up her legal obligations, you're not going to see that. So you can't be taking that out on channel holders like, oh, you cite this up to feel because she didn't go to court. So because everybody wants to hear that, you know, there's movement so that we can get an update what's going to happen in Oklahoma. I get it. I know what the mindset of what people are. In my opinion, I really think that a lot of people want to hear about the movement, not the hearing about a movement, but the movement doesn't happen. But that has nothing to do with channel holders reporting that. That has something to do with the courts. You can go in the court and something get pushed back every time you even appear in the court on a case, and it take a year and a half before the case is even maybe thrown out or even settled. This is just how courts move. That's why it's easy to get in trouble and it's hard to get out. That's one aspect of why you don't want to go to jail, because you're not put to any importance, or there's not no order into how they deal with somebody who has committed a crime or is not following the legal obligations. That's why it was best, I feel as though, as soon as Blueface went to jail, she had, ample opportunity to take care of her legal obligations so she would not be sitting like cattle like she is right now. So I get we're all frustrated, but this is just a harsh reality of the situation. And there's nothing that we can change about this situation. This is just the situation. Is no movement. The documentation is being updated now. I don't know why not on Friday, because she's right. The weekend, nothing is done. There's no movement. So it's questionable. But at the same time, only thing I could think of is maybe it was updated, or it was updated a few days ago. But there was a whole bunch of stuff in the queue that came before Chrisean Rock's case, and this is why it finally updated for the public to be able to view. This is public information on the weekend. That's the only thing I can think of. This is just my opinion. I am not running with no allegations of that. This is the factual truth.
Because it's being spun as if I said she was at court. That's not what I said. I said she had court. Now, if she has court, let me rephrase that. I strike that from the record, you guys.
It's crazy.
If it's her case, whether she was there or not, am I the only one that would say she had court? Because, I mean, there is other ways to word it, but does saying she had court confuse anyone? And I'm being serious.
No, it doesn't. It don't confuse me.
Does that confuse anyone?
No, it doesn't confuse me. I know that much. It doesn't confuse them either, actually.
I'll understand. Okay. Okay. People need to clean their ears out. No, it's not confusing to me. Okay.
Girl, don't let them get your temperature.
All right. Can we get those likes up to at least 225 or something? Can we get them up? Hi. Thank you. Okay. O'clock. So now if I said that it was updated in this system, and it says right there, updated about 6 hours ago, that means I didn't update it. They updated it. So I'm looking for the lie. Where's the lie?
It isn't one. And I want to show you guys something else too, really quickly. It might be updated now. Like as far as when you go into here. Hold on one second. I want to show you guys something. It could be sometime they do system maintenance and stuff that may have been from the end of the week that is supposed to be in the system. The system's not allowing it to go through and update. And let me see, it wasn't allowing me to go in and to see the information on Chrisean Rock, any updates, because I just look on here. That's why I say I give much respect to Hennessy Review Channel, because it's a lot of work. And I feel like this Vine, when I go through Vine, I can also call the 1-800 number and they will tell me. Okay, so now it's all right. So it's still saying she's in custody. It says record. Yep, it's still. I'm just going to show you really quickly. It still says she's in custody. I don't get into. Let me stop screen sharing for a minute. I like to call, and they usually can tell me what's going on. If it's in the notes on their end, if she's going to behave to Oklahoma, they'll tell you that. And the reason why I know this, only the reason why I know this, is because of a situation that I was in personally myself. And I know that I've called that 1-800 number. And sometimes it's stuff that's not listed or detailed on these Vine notifications. Now, they are good at when you sign up for get notifications, because a lot of people have questioned me about this get notification thing. Who called you and all this foolishness. Um, you do definitely get notifications because they're thinking that you're a victim. So that so they have to send you by law that notification to protect you. So I get the notifications. So I know that there hasn't been any movements as far as Chrisean Rock, being, released or taken to Oklahoma or what have you. There has not been any updates at all. The only thing that is updated is she's in custody. And pretty much she's in California. She's in California, the jail of California. Oklahoma hasn't picked her up. Who knows? They might be doing it on purpose. We don't know. Because, Chrisean did say a lot of things about the judge and the DA. Now, you guys might go to another channel that they won't report and remind you about those things. But these are the harsh realities that DAs and judges, they are human too. And they can do malicious things and say, listen, we might not sit her down in a sentence. We might, reinstate her probation with maybe stiffer, add-ons because of her violating the first terms of her probation. But we're gonna sit her down as long as we can sit her down. Then we're gonna have her in and have our way with her. We don't know what these people are thinking, but all we can see from the behaviors and the actions of the court system is that they're not in a rush to get to Chrisean Rock. And that's something Ray Charles can see. And it is what it is. We have to wait. We're all aggravated. Me as a commentator, the reporter, I'm aggravated too because I can't report the information to you guys the way I want to. Sometimes probation holds hearings and comes to conclusions without you there. Exactly. I had a clap for that. Exactly. That's why I say when I speak, people can speak on legal documentations because they're there for the public. But I speak on situations that I've been in or others that are close to me have encountered. And you're exactly right. Sometimes probation holds hearings and comes to conclusions without you there. And that is so true. Sometimes you could be physically in the courtroom. They don't even bring you upstairs. You could be downstairs in the holding cell. I've heard people say, man, I've been in court. They had me from the jail to the courthouse, and they still didn't have me come upstairs to see what they was gonna do with me in my probation. Chrisean Rock probably don't even know all these changes. She'll probably get if she's in jail. Usually, what they'll do is they'll send her a letter like she's at home somewhere, like 5 miles away. She's in the same facility, or the courthouse is right around the corner. Instead of somebody coming to her or her like going to a phone call in another room in the jail and getting the up to date information, they send her a letter. It ain't no special privileges in there. She finds out probably after we find out. We probably find out what's going on with her before she does. Because it hasn't been put in the system. Every day in LA count 2 days in might release her site her with the release they will transfer. She will get the judge and they will reinstate. Exactly. Because see, that's another thing people are getting confused with is that yes, the probation in Oklahoma does say that everything's basically active. We don't know if they changed up the stipulations to a probation in Oklahoma. We don't know she has to go to Oklahoma. Everything's up in the air. You see how everything is delayed. Things are being updated. You look on the system now; it's updated for the weekend. Stuff that we should have knew at least by Friday. We just know that she could have had court. Maybe she didn't have court. We don't know. Maybe it was pushed back. I don't know. But we're just gonna listen up to what sis is saying. But it's just ridiculous how people get hissy fits because things are not said the way they want to hear them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not our fault. You got to blame the system. We got to wait on the system. So It is what it is, but
And again, I
you
said,
feel me, sis?
she had court
It's crazy.
on Friday. Not she was at court on Friday. But if it's confusing, then I will say my bad for confusing people
You ain't confused nobody.
into
People want to
thinking that
start
she was
confusion.
there.
People just want to start confusion. You ain't confused nobody. If you would have said she was released, they wouldn't have been confused. You would have said she got released and drunk in some bar or something, they wouldn't have been confused. But they're confused because she didn't go to court. Now it's Tennessee's fault. Now they want to run with the
And this is why I
that
don't
she said they
necessarily
she
like
went to court.
showing things on IG.
It's crazy. It's the same way on YouTube too. I'm just on here more than IG, so I guess I don't feel the same, pressure as she does on IG. But it's crazy. They're all wilding up here on social media in general. People are wilding. They ain't using their common sense. Common sense don't exist these days. Sad.
I'm waiting for where I made something up at. Guys, you're doing good with the likes. I
Looks
thank
like
you.
they
I
had a
thank
hearing
you
with
so
her to
much.
just
Continue to hit the like button, please, and thank you. The like button is
Fat Dime. That's probably what they did. I said that before. I have had family members say they had court. They even asked, can you come in, so for support? And I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm not doing nothing. I go into court and I'm like, I seen your lawyer. I seen your probation officer. And where was you at? Nah, they didn't call me upstairs. I mean, why even bring me into court if I'm in custody, but why bring me into court if they're not gonna call me upstairs to hear what's going on? So she may have had court and it was pushed back. See, that date that you might see now on the weekend of maybe the next time she got to go to court or any updates, period, with Chrisean Rock. Understand this, that they probably still had court, but they had it without her. It happens all the time. They updated the system. Either two things: she didn't have court and they're pushing it up for a later date, or they had court but she wasn't present. They made decisions without her being present. Remember, our rights are taken away pretty much when we're in jail. Okay? So, that's why a lot of people say I'd rather be out free to fight my cases and to, to make ensure my freedom so I'm not locked up than to get locked up on warrants and then have to fight inside the system. You don't want to fight your cases inside the system because they're going to put you through it. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I kept saying she needs to go clear up them legal obligations. It don't look good to the courts. And it just makes it worse for her when she goes to try to clean them up, or she's forced to clean them up. They're going to make it virtually impossible for her. She don't got a support system. So who's going to like fight in her place? She can't trust nobody with her money if she needed some other money cuz maybe the other lawyer's flaking on her, or he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Where Rock is at, there's no hearing there. She has to be transferred, I believe. If they don't have to take you somewhere, they won't. Right? That's what I'm saying. So we, like I said, and like a lot of us believe, it's either one or two things. They can still, cause see, I'm looking at it like this. They're either gonna take her via physically to Oklahoma, or they're gonna do a Zoom. Either way, they're taking her somewhere because a Zoom still constitute her face to face with the judge or dealing with the judge. Now, and I think that's the more affordable way to do it, the most sensible way to do it. But then again, the courts don't do sensible things all the time. I'm hoping that Chrisean, whenever this happens, Oklahoma, which is putting a hold on Chrisean, it's not the channel holders who are reporting the information, but the courts. I'm just hoping that these people, push the matter to Oklahoma, or Oklahoma pushes it themselves, and they come get this girl that they've been so desperately wanting to turn herself in and to take care of her legal obligations. To They need to do their job now. She's in custody. She can't go nowhere, even if she wanted to come clear up her legal obligations now. So now it's up to you to be responsible and come get her, period, point blank.
It's free and anonymous. We don't know who liked it, but we know that there is 420 souls in here. So can we get the like? Only retired. I know what you meant. Special ed students aren't understanding this. The problem with putting us all in the same place on the internet. Hello. Thank you so much for the super chat, Xavier. Yes, thank you for the likes. No lies were told. Thank you. Happy anniversary. Yes. Oh my God, I didn't even see that. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. Happy anniversary. 5-month anniversary, Ari Mac.
Critical thinking skills, a lot of them are lacking it or ain't using it.
And it's no offense to you. I'm just speaking for me. I don't say certain things like that until I have facts to back me up with what I'm saying. Okay. You had to get your Henny Ciroc. I don't blame you. It was court for her. I believe they're waiting for the last minute to update so it won't become a circus. I agree with you, Ramona. And I do say something to that effect.
I believe I agree with you, Fat Dime.
What did I just say? I'm not sure what this is about, but I'm wondering if it has something to do. Now you see where my thoughts come in, where the facts are and where my thoughts come in at, right? Okay.
Now I want to hear this out because I didn't recall hearing her. Well, I heard somebody in the comment section saying, not heard them. I seen a post pin that they're probably doing what they're doing because they don't want a circus out here to start from the allegations. Well, from what's posted and
I'm
what's
curious.
Not. It says no lawyer can fix a violation of probation. She was already sentenced. She didn't comply with the terms and conditions, and in the end, she won't be in for that long. Yeah, she won't. I just want them to let me put this on pause for a minute. She's quiet anyways because she's wanting to get an answer she's not going to get. People are just going to sit there purposely because she wants an answer and not answer her. So Hennessy, don't even pull out your hair or have your hair fall out. These people are literally going to sit in your chat. They're not going to answer the question that you're asking. But let me just say this to you. Whether you love her or hate her, the fact still remains, is going to still remain. The girl should have cleared up her legal obligations. I am all for CashApp. I'm so glad I don't take a side, which is, I either hate her or I like her. Because if you take a side of hating her, you got to stick to that side. And I'm not a person that likes to conform to one thing. And if you're on the side of you're riding for and you love her, you got to stick to that side. No, I'm on the right side. And that is a side that's not biased. It says right, can't stand it says right, I can't stand. But I'm saying you have to we can disagree, we can agree to disagree. It says no lawyer can fix. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss that. We can agree to disagree all day long, but what I'm not going to do is take a side, because you know why? You know why I don't take a side? It has nothing to do with because I'm a hater or I'm obsessed and I'm a lover of CashApp. People are human, and you can't take sides because every day you're not going to love that person that you take their side, and every day they're not going to always do the right thing for themselves or even for people that can't take up for themselves, like Junior, for an example. I am not taking a side because I'm a realist. I feel as though I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Because obviously, if I tell people like Chrisean Rock, in my opinion, what you want to hear, you're going to think there's nothing wrong with what you're doing and how you're moving and how you're going about doing it. We cannot put batteries in people like that's back. She's still young. We're acting like this is a 50-year-old girl who's been through life and is lifing it. No. She is someone who needs guidance. She's never had guidance. She's never had guidance. And she's making the wrong decisions. People know she's making the wrong decisions. And they're pretty much saying to people like Hennessy and myself, shut up and let her crash. I really can't stand Chrisean. I think she's silly. You said I respect that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, you can't take sides. If you genuinely have a concern, a compassion, a concern of wanting to see her well and thriving in life, you can be a supporter of Chrisean. But if she's doing wrong, you're doing wrong, you're a fugitive, you're running from the law, and you're doing it with child. That's ultimately when you get jammed up. He's not going to have his mother. His father's already gone, but he's not going to have his mother. You are in violation to the highest captivity. You are in violation. There is no way that this should have went on as long as it did. I'm sorry, it shouldn't have. It honestly should not have went as far as it has gone. Now it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game for everybody. It's a waiting game for the haters that want to see her crash and burn. It's a waiting game for the people who genuinely want to see Chrisean Rock win. But there's nothing we can do. It's a waiting game for the messengers as well. Now you can run and give the views and the clicks, and that's okay. Do what you got to do. To the people who are going to keep you riled up, but they're not giving you the information, which is the correct information, that's turning this into a storyline, a One Life to Live, or As the World Turns soap opera, or you could just wait and let the truth set you free. Wait for the updates. We have to wait on the court dockets, and every day they're not updating Chrisean Rock's case. Every day they're not updating people in my family or people I know in real life's cases every single day. For what? She hasn't done anything that serious for, in my opinion, for them to have to be updating. She's not on R. Kelly status or P. Diddy status where they're gathering all this intel on one entity. No, that's not Chrisean Rock's situation. So there's not going to be an update every day, or things are not going to be updated when we want them updated. They're going to be updated accordingly. And we're just going to have to wait. When you go onto a channel holder's page, don't check that channel holder that that is sitting up there bringing up stuff that doesn't exist or is not the truth. We got to stop this. Let me see. Stop bringing that girl baby into it's wrong. She's right from wrong at this big age, making excuses for her just maybe. Fat Dime, she didn't pay nor answer the phone or call the lawyer off. I don't get it. And I knew this was gonna. Hey, Pretty Brown, how you doing, sis? She ran for so long, they're gonna make her sit. And that's the truth, because not trying to name drop people in my family. Well, you wouldn't know them anyways, but even tell you what, when I say family, I'm not gonna say if it's a cousin, a brother, a sister, a husband, a mother, but when that person that I'm referring to in my family ran for quite some time, they said themselves, they're going to make me sit. They always do it. Once they catch up to me, they make me sit. Then they usually hit, well, see, that's in the same state. I don't know how other states are. Then they will hit that person that I know that been in the legal system for as long as I known them. They hit them with time served, but that's in another state, so I can't speak on that. We don't know if she's gonna get time served for all the time she's sitting waiting for Oklahoma to call the shots. I don't know. Disclaimer: I don't know. And let me purposely put this up. Because people will sit there, go to other channel holders, or be in these IG chats, and they will sit there and make it make sense, honey. So let me just hit you with the 1-2-1-2. All statements are allegedly. We got to hit you with the 1-2-1-2. I got to do it some time because people get up here and they're like, listen, y'all are dry up here. I got to add some extras to this, honey. I got to add some extras to this tea. I don't want to hear grown folk talk. I want to hear the mess. She technically didn't run. She was in one area. They just didn't want her that bad. She was caught over LA's case, not Oklahoma. Well, we know she got caught in LA. We all seen that. We seen her get put out in handcuffs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a warrant is a warrant. So if we downplay technically that she wasn't really running, but she had a warrant in Oklahoma, one in Baltimore, and I guess one in California for the James Wright situation. If we go around downplaying that, then everybody in life will be running or thinking that they're not running. Oh, I got 3 warrants, 2 warrants. But I'm in this state. I'll clear them up maybe 10 years from now. That's not how the law works. People need to stop playing with the laws because I've seen over the years, decades, people do that way before Chrisean was even put on this earth. And when laws start changing and people start getting harsher penalties for doing that, they're going to wish that they started dealing with their legal obligations. No matter where you're caught, warrants will be found in any county before release. Exactly. Once you're caught, and I said this, put a Y in the chat. It might not be many of you that are in the chat right now, but I see there's over 100 people in the live. But I had said if you get a cop on the wrong day, and allegedly they're saying it was that judge that she was lying on, saying that she was cool with, that allowed her to do X, Y, and Z the last time she went to see Blueface. I said, if you get somebody on a bad day, and I was saying maybe a cop or someone that knows a cop, and which is another way of saying setup, pretty much is what I'm saying. Somebody that don't like Chrisean Rock from a distance, that knows somebody in that state, that they can say, listen, she might be in the court today. Go snatch her up. Go look her up so that by law you have the right as a cop or of the LA PD department to take her in, or inform your peoples that do have the right to put handcuffs on her. Go into court and snatch her up. That was gonna happen, and it happened. Period. And she's paying for it. That's why I said a lot of people always say, man, I'd rather fight my cases free, because it just takes more. You're dealing with the system, and you're not a priority once you're in the system. Your best bet is to take care of your priorities free. She had plenty of time to do that. You don't need to pull up no receipts for that statement to be true. I don't need to fight no statement with nobody about the harsh reality that she needed to, while she was free, take care of those legal obligations. I'm going to keep saying, I've been saying, I'm going to continue to say it. No, I mean, she was caught over the James Wright case. Then the other warrants made her stuck. Exactly. Someone told them how to catch her outside. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, Fat Dime? And she already had a gut feeling from let me tell you something. I don't need to pull up no receipt. It's still in my opinion. I don't need to pull up no receipt The time that she was in at that football game, she was going back and forth and explaining herself on live, and she was arguing with Blueface's father because he said, "Why do you procrastinate so much?" I didn't need to pull up no receipts for that. You know why? Because there's no receipts needed to be pulled up that she was scared and worried that they were coming to get her. And Blueface's father was scared for her and tried to get her out of there. She knew that they were looking for her. You could see it in the body language. You could feel it in the voice, in the conversation, in the way she was explaining herself, what she was saying, how she was saying it. I don't need a receipt for that. You'll never need a receipt for that. It's still just my opinion, but you still don't need a receipt for that. SL, I believe you and follow you, what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying, Fat Dime? You don't need a receipt for that. Her biggest mistake was walking into courthouse. They won't bang down your door for bench warrants, but she went to them, right? And the biggest mistake that you've made also is you are going into the same bank. I'm going to say a bank so it can make sense to y'all. You're going into the same bank you just robbed yesterday and got a money bag. That is considered playing in the court's face. See, that's stuff that I can't defend. I can't defend stuff like that. I can't defend stuff like that. So, that's why I'm telling you that, we have to wait to see how things play out. I already see how things are going down. I already told y'all that CPS was going to be put in the situation. That's why I even said that I hope that they hurry up. I can't tell them what to do to courts because CPS is next now. And the reason why I said CPS is not that it's going to really happen to Junior, but people are going to say, we're bored now. We got this accomplishment done. So now let's try and get the girl's kid taken from her so that we can be nosy and find out what's allegedly wrong with Junior, which is none of your business to know that. You shouldn't be that emotionally involved in somebody's child to that point of wanting to remove the parent to be nosy. Because if you did find out, hypothetically speaking, something was wrong, what are you going to do to make that situation better? There's nothing you can do but talk about it. But how long are we going to talk about it after you find out? You're going to want another Chrisean Rock somewhere else going through the same struggles, about to just, mess up everything they got going on for themselves because they got batteries in their back and a following behind it, putting the battery in their back. And you're gonna say, Chrisean Rock who? You're gonna go on to the next. I think at the time she was working with a lawyer, at the time she was at the game instead of taking care of business consistently. And I think, in my opinion, like you're giving your opinion, Fat Dime, that you were correct. You are correct. You are correct. All statements are allegedly. I love this little all statements are allegedly post that I could put up. I love it. In big letters, purposely put there. All statements are allegedly. And I'm going to put this up from time to time so that when you start mayhem in the community between channel holders or communities with channel holders or communities with communities, people that watch these channel holders, you're not going to be up here with it. We're not going for it. We're going to make sure that when you leave off of these live streams over here, that you understand the difference between showing or talking about factual events or speaking from your viewpoint, what your opinion is, and that only. Not something that we found from some generic channel that is like, where did they even come from? That's trying to plant seeds that are not truthful. The people that y'all need to check, and I'm only talking about the 1%ers. So it don't apply, let it fly. You don't check. Them generic channels that just popped out of nowhere, planting seeds, you don't go checking them. You go checking people like Hennessy reviewing me. And it's ridiculous. It really is. I wouldn't have sat.
I don't think I need to go any further.
I wouldn't have sat there to wait for an answer because you ain't gonna get one.
Y'all can't hear the audio on what part?
They can hear it because I can hear it clearly. Playing.
Is anyone else having an issue with hearing?
Nope. Playing.
Oh, y'all didn't hear nothing? I'll go back. Oh, I can't go back.
You see how, one person, you got to respect the one person in her audience that said they couldn't hear something. Because I could hear her the whole time. Only time I couldn't hear is when I put on mute so I could speak my piece. So people,
I would have to start all over.
This is on the state of California versus Chrisean Malone. This is not on.
So what I said was, I don't know what this is about, but I think it may have something to do. I'm wondering is what I said. If it has something to do with that dollar bail that they had on her case. And then I broke down what the dollar bail was, and I showed the actual meaning of the dollar bail, where it says that means that there is another state that has a case that has a nail or a hold, meaning it's a strong case on her. And I'm paraphrasing as well, y'all. All right. Basically, another state has a hold on her, and the dollar bail is saying that she's going to receive.
That's my point. She don't need to be sitting there explaining nothing to these people. You are exactly right. She really don't. And I'm going to tell you why I'm agreeing with you. Because she's one of the only people up here that reports the news correctly. And let me tell you also, and there's no disrespect to my people that follow me. A lot of times people, I'll say, listen, don't come in here talking about this, that, and the other. Like, this is some updated information. When you show me what the source is, it's like, where did just that source get that information from? It's like a domino effect. It's, you know what I'm saying? She goes into the legal docs and she gets that information from the legal system, what they are documenting, not what people online are documenting, not what channel holders are documenting online. That is the big difference. That is what we need to understand is the big difference. She don't need to explain to nobody. They're trolling. She's been showing up to the courthouse many times. They won't arrest you unless people tell your location. You meet for another case and they run her name. They don't ask for ID when you go into the court. Right. They don't. They don't ask when you're going in to see somebody else's court case. You go through those, you put your bag through the scanner, and then you go through the scanner, make sure there's no weapons on you, and then you're in. You got a point there, Fat Dime. Yep. And guess what? Who's to say if she got a warrant out of California, who's to say that she wasn't killing two birds with one stone? Did y'all think about that? They arrested her because somebody told them that she was going to be there. So it definitely was a setup, in my opinion. I'm going to say, in my opinion, it was definitely a setup. Because let me tell you why. Who's to say that she wasn't going in there to see about Blueface's case and clear up her warrant that she had in California? And also because they were, if she was to clear up one of the warrants she had in California, right? This is my opinion. This is not the facts. All statements are allegedly. Who's to say she wasn't going in there to clear up her issue with California with the James Wright situation, right? And also see about Blueface. They didn't wait for her to even see about that. You know why? Because somebody had already filled them in. She was going to be there. Period. Point blank. Got to pay attention. Protect your eyes and your ears. There are a lot of people out here that don't like CashApp. There's sometimes I don't like CashApp. I'm not saying I don't like her like in a hateful way. I don't like the way she moves because I know she's young, but she also is working like we all do with something that God gave us all, which is common sense. And I don't think she uses it sometimes. I don't think that she uses it sometimes. People want to believe all negative things about her and Junior. Right, exactly. And it's really sad. It really is sad. We got to stop it, man. Y'all want that adrenaline rush. You want that fix. You want that shot of drama. Sometimes you got to put that all aside. Let the girl get free before you start with all this mess. You feel me, sis? You got to let this girl be free before I just hope when she gets out that because this probation thing, I'm worried about it. What's concerning me now, they already got her into custody, but what's concerning me is what is to come next for Chrisean Rock as father's Chrisean Rock keeping up with these legal obligations, her getting a second chance. I don't know how Oklahoma's going to do her, but what is she going to do going forward? Is she going to allow somebody to trigger her and she doesn't keep up with her legal obligations? That's what scares me. I'm hoping that does not happen. I'm really hoping that it doesn't, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep saying that probation is time on layaway, and obviously she's not cut to be doing no probation, and I'm worried about that. People are worried about it being cleared up and how long she might have to sit before everything's cleared up, especially the Oklahoma case. But you better be worried about when it gets cleared up, is it gonna stay cleared up?
Time for they're going to run it they're going to run the time concurrent. All right, that's basically what it is. And then I said, remember when I told y'all I heard in the internet?
Can you put in the chat if y'all got your notification? Put a Y in the chat if you did. If you didn't, put an N for no. I really hope she doesn't mess up probation again. I really hope she follows rules because her baby needs her. You see, the reason why I say that only because I've been her age, she's never been mine. And I've had 4 or 5 warrants when I was around her age too, maybe a little older, maybe about 5 years older. I was not doing right. And I would clear up these 4 or 5 warrants, and I don't know what it was. Well, I know what it was. I wasn't making it a priority. And I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I was doing it. And I would end up one by one, all these different court locations, not states, not different states, but different courts in different maybe areas of Boston, Massachusetts. I would pick them right back up. And I was older than she was. But I said, man, something has got to give. It's almost like it was an addiction that I just could not keep up with my legal obligations. I was doing everything else except taking care of my legal obligations. That's why I said I'm worried for Chrisean Rock, because at Chrisean Rock's age, I can honestly say, in my opinion, I was a little bit more, matured. Some of the stuff how she moves, I wasn't moving like that. But when it came to legal obligations, I was not fulfilling that. I agree with you, SL. I wish she had a better circle of friends, just like someone she trusts has Junior. She could, a matter of fact, talking about that. I told you that CPS was next to come when people ran out of stuff to talk about. Or even it could have been a viewer that planted this seed, knowing that some channel holder, just for views, because the well has dried up, they're gonna use it. And then they're gonna use a famous, my reliable source that they can't reveal told them. But just know that is what it is. It's set in stone. This is where Junior's at. I didn't check. Sorry, I just cut the TV on and you were okay. That's what's up, sis. Same. I live in Cali. I've been in and out of Linwood inside. It's a headache. I'm telling you, it's a headache. Yeah, I know what you meant. I said love first, but then I said what? And then I said, okay, I know what she meant. The system is a trap. I'm trying to tell you, I found for my it says I fought for my freedom from probation from 20 it says 26 to 29. Shaking my head, just gotta want to do right. Exactly. It's hard. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this about myself. And a lot of people be saying to me, don't be telling like people that support me, they be like, don't be telling people that you was in the system before. And nah, because I want to tell you, because some people haven't lived. Actually, you don't have to live a reckless life to be able to say something or do commentary about somebody that is. Let me rephrase that. However, if you're going to talk about somebody else's life in a commentary, make sure that when people get off your live, they take something away positive from it that they can apply to their own lives, or that even if their life is great, that they can at least look at you at the end of the day with respect, knowing that you're not trying to act like you're above life's classroom, that you're not any better, even if just be lucky if you never had these circumstances. But I've had these circumstances. That's why I can talk about these circumstances. And that's why I'm going to continue to talk about these circumstances. And I don't consider what I'm doing as gossip, because when you leave off of my channel, I want you to take something away from this. This is just reporting, updating, commentary, but it's definitely not no gossip, because I want to see Chrisean win, but she's got to want to see in herself that she wants to win. We can't do that for her. Hopefully, this is going to make her want to do right and be with Junior. Exactly. God can give you everything and in a matter of minutes take it all away. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but Junior isn't in CP. Listen, listen. Let me just say this to you, Rain 77. Everyone that's in here, please. Didn't I say prior to the allegations that were going to form that that was what was going to become after Blueface was already in jail? And now Chrisean. So once the well dries out, they're gonna start trying to get Junior put in CPS, or talking about CPS is coming for Junior, or Junior's not with Mars, she's in CPS. I was showing you the other day. This is where this little beautiful post that I now flash from now on. And I put this post up. This is when I made the post, when that CPS comment came in my comment section a couple of days ago. All statements are allegedly. I tried to get the lady who even super chatted me after dropping that bomb that Junior was in CPS. I tried to get her to show me a link where she got the information at. She would not speak, period. So please don't come in here acting like this is your house and acting like, and because I purposely put your comment up there for people to see it. Acting like it's your house and you gonna tell me I didn't get the information from nowhere but one of you viewers that like to plant seeds and cause problems like you were just trying to do. I feel as though, but you're not gonna do that over here, ma'am. And that's what I mean by some people. You got to be careful. And I sympathize with Chrisean Rock. Those are one of the reasons why I sympathize with her, because you'll get people that be riding with you. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they'll come with a curveball, like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed and be flip flopping on you. I got it from a flip flopper. That's where I got the information from. And I was trying to let people know, protect your eyes and your ears from these people, because these people are dangerous. When it gets boring, they'll make up their own soap opera on people's real life. So you do your own due diligence before you get up here and you say to me, I don't know where you're getting your information, but Junior isn't in CPS. That's a bold-faced lie. And number one, how do you know he's not in CPS? How do you know that? Now you got me started. Now you woke up the bear. You don't know either. But people see a glimpse of these people's lives and they act weird. They act like they know them in real life and they don't. It says when you share your life story, it helps people and adds trust and validity to your statements. Thank you. Pretty Brown, you can help so many with your exactly that part. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna so that we don't get because you know why I'm saying that? This person, this is what I mean by weird. This person be in my chat quite a lot, and this is just giving you an example of just how weird people become when they think that they know you, and then when things are not aligning in their favor, or they're hearing something that they don't want to hear, they want to stop mass confusion, but not up here, boo boo. So you can window lick from the window. And that's what we're going to do. We're not having that up here. Y'all be mad. Not when I say y'all, I'm talking about the 1%ers. Y'all be mad when people pull your card. I want to know when you come into my chats, where are you getting these allegations? Stop trying to paint the narrative that S.L. Davis on this channel put up a CPS situation and ran with. This is why Hennessy is up here now, because she's being it's coming across like she's being a liar, like she lied to the public that Chrisean Rock had court, but she didn't go to court. So now they're saying she's lying. And I'm up here right this second arguing with a clown / troll telling me that I'm saying that Junior was in CPS when we all know I never said Junior was in CPS. Hey, Constant, how you doing, sweetie? Blessings. Now you got me up here doing the same thing Hennessy was doing about 24 hours ago with another troll. And you know what's so crazy? This troll been acting cool at cool Karma Collective for the longest time. And now today you want to act a fool. Well, I got something for babies and fools. And that's on the block list, because I didn't got time for it. I plan to establish a nonprofit program for young girls in my city, build with my daughters. I ain't got time for it. So we're going to continue with the Hennessy review. I was trying to make light of all this because Hennessy is like me right now. Where you guys getting these assumptions from what I said? How are you putting this on me just because Chrisean Rock didn't go to court on the day that I said she had court? Hennessy didn't say she was in court. She said she had court. Now, whether or not they pushed it back or went forward without Chrisean Rock being there, that has nothing to do with Hennessy review or this channel over here.
Net streets. That somebody called up there and they said that they're not updating the file on time because so many people had been calling up there about the case. And I'm wondering if that's why this case was updated on the weekend. I know what I said, okay?
And that was just her opinion as well. She's not running with that the courts told her that's why they're updating it like that. She's just saying, like I do. You heard let's play this back a little bit more.
They said that they're not updating the file on time because so many people had been calling up there about the case. And I'm wondering if that's why this case was updated on the weekend. I know what I said, okay?
Wondering. That right, like in her opinion.
I didn't mince words. I didn't twist anything. And if you're paying attention to when I'm talking, you could tell when I start adding my thought process into this and start giving you what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, and I'm basically brainstorming out loud.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing with the CPS. Ain't one person in here and ain't nobody said anything about it except for that one person. And that person that was in here is blocked because, honey, when I saw that name, I said, wait a minute. She be in here like riding with us, acting like she's a straight support. You got to be careful. This is what got Chrisean Rock in trouble. I really believe when you're in denial and then you got like a huge following that's putting the battery in your back, it makes you say, well, maybe what I'm doing, you start second questioning yourself. Well, maybe what I'm doing is the right way to do it, and everything's going to work its way out. You got people putting batteries in your back, telling you to do crash dummy stuff. Go clear up your legal obligations, girl, so you can be there for your child. Someone snapped a pic of her at court. Can't remember who posted it. I seen it's on a couple of places. I seen it in the orange jumpsuit. Yeah.
That's not cool. Can we get the likes up?
Yeah, can we all hit the likes?
444 people in here.
I'm so
Can
busy
we get
focused
those likes
on
up to 400?
foolishness.
Because it's at 296. Y'all can hit the like button. It's free. I promise. And I promise you, I promise you, we don't know. So even if you are a lurker and you want to stay in the bushes, you can still hit the like button and we won't know you did. If you from the other side of the train tracks, because I know sometimes y'all come on over here, which is cool.
I don't know what just happened, but it happens sometime when I have too many tabs up. So let's get it back to where we were at. But it's like people really want. They are so bored that now CashApp is locked up. They don't. They want to start acting like they hear stuff differently, or you said stuff differently. They stop putting words in your mouth but you said no, you heard it the way you wanted to hear it. You took the information the way you took the information. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. You're not going to put that on me. Have several seats. You're not going to put that on me. There's no way I'm going to allow you to put that on me. And it's so weird because I was just trying to say earlier in this live I want Hennessy to calm down because these folks is crazy out here. And then turn around and then I get somebody not even 8:00 this morning, and they're sitting up there acting a fool. So hold on, let's play. I'm sorry guys, because I don't know what happened. Well, we about to play the rest of this. But yeah, honey, if Hennessy feels like sometimes she's in a lane by herself, oh honey, she ain't in a lane by herself. She's not in a lane by herself. We're in the lane together, sis. It just don't make no sense. People be acting crazy.
Y'all can hit the like button too.
And as y'all come in, can y'all hit the like button? That's what I was going to check too.
That's like coming in somebody's house and just opening the door and not even knocking first or ringing the bell.
Who she sound like? Put a Y in the chat. Because I be saying people come in here don't want to hit the like or the dislike button. That's almost like coming in my house and going in my refrigerator or something. Or eating my food, but you don't really like me. Why are you in here if you can't hit the like or the dislike button? I be saying the same thing. So y'all know it's the real. Real recognizes real. That's why, a couple of people, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come in here with this Hennessy is all these name calling because she supports everything CashApp does. Don't come in here with that mess. I don't want to hear it. It says the stories out there are crazy. I'm telling you. Just like Rosen, you were in here, just like with the CPS situation. People like that person I just put out of here. They really, just because they saw me covering the CPS situation, they really are trying to act like I'm running with that juniors and CPS. When it was not one conversation of me saying that. I was trying to show y'all what my prediction was prior to Chrisean getting locked up. Period, point blank. People are cray-cray. Y'all make it so clear that everything is allegedly in common sense. Right. Some people will be giving it. That's it. People they be like, nah, we don't want to hear that. I even got this now. I'm going to be putting this up all the time. They're going to be so mad seeing this. I'm putting this up at the beginning of the video, in between the video, in the middle of the video, and the end of the video. Stop it. Stop lying on people's names. You already lying on Chrisean Rock's name. I'm not nobody. Hennessy Review ain't nobody to y'all. The star of the show is Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Why are you lying on us? Like, make it make sense. I like the YouTube channel. Thank you. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, and if you want to be mad at anybody, and like I said, I'm not against Chrisean Rock. But if she's doing wrong, I'm going to tell she's doing wrong. I'm not going to sit here and put a battery in her back just because I'm a supporter of her. Everything she does, right or wrong, supporting it. No, I'm not doing that. That's the only thing that's different from me being a supporter of Chrisean Rock is that when Chrisean Rock ain't moving right, I'm going to tell her she ain't moving right. And when I report on it, I'm going to say she ain't moving right. I'm not going to be walking around like looking like Joe Flipperhead. I'm not falling for no banana and tailpipe. Truth is nobody really knows where Junior. Exactly. Thank you. And the person that got up here, does she know? Nope. You just low-key didn't like me and probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed because your man didn't come home last night and you want to come over to this channel and stop mess with me. So y'all gonna don't get me started today. And I didn't even have no coffee. But you know what? Get used to this energy here because I do my intermittent fasting. I'm doing the 1 meal a day, the OMAD. And we all know when you're fasting, you get a lot of energy. So sister girl here, Hunty Boo Boo, will have a lot of energy and time for you.
Bell.
Doing all this stuff.
Let's see what y'all talking about out here.
Ain't saying nothing.
In the comment sections. Why did Smiley put up that? That was DJ Sky that put up the 28th. I have a theory and an assumption as to what that could be, but I ain't gonna open my mouth right now.
He's a child.
I did share it,
also.
Some of it over there on IG at one point in time, but I'm not gonna open my mouth today with no more thoughts and assumptions. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because there's enough going on out there.
Well, you know what? Hennessy, I feel as though she should be able to put out her thoughts and assumptions. She could also piggyback off of her thoughts and assumptions because she goes and reads the legal docs. You feel what I'm saying? So she knows firsthand what's going on. And I'm not letting nobody take my voice away because they want to sit there and attack me. Attack me because I have two choices. I can remove you because I know the world is big and I'm not going to look at you like if I remove you, I'm not going to have anyone to watch my content. That's a shallow thinking. But what I'm going to say is if you come up here and be disrespectful and you act like you're the commentator and this is your platform, you're going to get removed. Go to your platform and report on the information the way you want to report on it. As long as I'm not up here with no false narratives and trying to do it for clicks and views, then, honey, you ain't got nothing to say over here to me. Right? I agree, Rosen. He is an innocent. Right? He's a baby.
You've been on point. Say this. I didn't just start getting into these documentations when Chrisean got arrested. I have not only been in Chrisean's court documents.
Yep.
I've been in other people's court documents too. Baby, I done been all over this country.
DJ Academics
in
recently,
court docs. How do you think I get those court documents?
Yep.
You got to go on the records and get them.
She was doing DJ
the Henny
Academics.
PIs go on the records and get them too. Like we got to pull this stuff. Nobody sent me.
But Rosen, wasn't that what I was trying to show you guys as an example? Now remember, you was in the chat. Somebody came in the chat. I don't know if you was in it. It gave me like $1.99 super chat. It was a woman, mother something, and she wouldn't say where she got the information from. I think she had said it was from TikTok. I went over to TikTok. I seen all that mess over there. We weren't even talking about CPS. But I had told you prior to her getting locked up, Chrisean Rock, that's going to be the next thing that they're going to work their set on next. And when I showed you a video of videos, you remember exactly. Videos, I said, I told you that was going to happen. I said, I predicted it before it happened. I said, every time I tell y'all something, I tell you it because I know. Why? Because I'm a real commentary channel. I don't just take somebody's video and re-upload it and call it my own content. I watch and listen to all parties. I read between the lines. Some things history repeats itself. I've been your age, you ain't never been mine. When people moved certain ways, I've just seen all walks of life of people moving in them ways, and the same results come out for them people moving in that way. People that are moving in this way. And I'll predict it, in my opinion. And I predicted that CPS was going to be next. They're going to be working the set on the CPS situation, trying to get that little boy taken away from Chrisean Rock when they got her behind bars. Because I said she got herself behind bars because she didn't, take care of her legal obligations. But she also helped the haters help her get there too. And that's my opinion. And I'm sticking with it. Period, point blank.
And said, hey, do you need this file? No. I do have somewhat of a team. And I'm as versed as they are. But I've been pulling these documents before I even had a team. Remember, for those of y'all who've been here since day one, I was pulling the court docs. I pulled the court docs on China a long time ago. Remember? And just recently, Banger played it on the platform. That was last year I was pulling court docs. So this ain't anything new to me.
Right.
So please don't ever get it twisted and think that this is something that I'm doing just because Chrisean is incarcerated right now. Because I've been doing this. Matter of fact, I pulled all of Blue's records when this stuff came out. I pulled all his records and showed you that he got other cases that he had that involved House in it.
She sure did.
Dig in the Henny crates. You will see.
She sure did.
And where I'm at today,
yep,
I have learned to be very cautious with how I say things, to be very responsible for what I say out of my mouth. So responsible to the point where if I'm wrong, I have said that I have been wrong and I have retracted
Yep, retracted her statement.
Criminal, civil, all of it.
There's people on Twitter that were focused on getting her locked
from Dream
up. So
to Act, Blue, the game, Diddy, Wack.
Yep. Pretty Brown, you feel me?
The family as a whole. I removed some content just because I said I didn't want to be responsible for that information being out there. I felt bad, so I took it out. Hood Unlocked.
That's crazy.
I don't wish to discuss that. I get where you're coming from, but I don't wish to discuss that, honestly. To be honest with you, that was not one of my finest moments. And it's done, it's over with. And to me, that's water under the bridge. It's a whole new bright sunshiny day. I know a lot of people wish that it could.
See, I come from the Nature Boy sector, and I was listening to a live that Hennessy Review had did, and I wasn't aware that she also came from the Nature Boy sector. However, I've been covering Nature Boy, I think, from the 2016, and I stopped covering him maybe at the end. I mean, not the end, the beginning of 2023. I would have to look, maybe 2020, the end of 2022. Beginning of 2023. However, that was a lot of stress on me, but I'm able to handle it better because nothing could be worse than what I went through as far as doing commentary on Nature Boy. It was just a messy, everybody cutthroat and everybody type of situation. So I'm not going to let my voice not be heard because of a bunch of haters that want to keep up a narrative just because Chrisean Rock and Blueface are not around, and they want to see how far this narrative will go of drama and messiness because they're, hurt people, and misery likes company. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow that to silence my voice. And people are able to drop the ball once in a while and have to retract statements because there's so much confusion out here. It's like, who is telling the truth? And you also have to take into account people are so desperate to want to not put the truth out there. Let's even talk about documents that could be falsified. It happens all the time. Documents that can be falsified. Look at what Chastity did. Chrisean Rock's sister, allegedly, she falsified a document for to get the cash apps. Let's look at the bigger picture. It's bigger than just Chrisean Rock, Blueface, and Hennessy Review Channel and myself. It's a bigger than us thing. You feel what I'm saying? So pay attention to everything, not just the small details. A matter of fact, don't listen to the big details. Listen to the small details. Pay attention to the small details because they all add up to a bunch of mayhem. Nothing but mayhem at the end of the day.
But that's not what happened. Oh, okay. I thought somebody was talking to me. Facts, the whole family records. You so true. Listen, when I tell you, I pulled everybody. I did. And I know a lot of people are new to me, don't really know me. I know I'm gaining a lot of new subscribers and new followers on IG. I know that people have also been attracted because of a lot of the drama that kicked up that had my name involved in it and all of that. But
yes,
let me explain something. I don't like to be problematic. That's why I don't really.
And let me just tell you something. There was something a couple of days ago bringing that up. Do not name drop. Please do not name drop in my comment section. And it pissed me off. This person also tried to put me into some drama. And I ignored that person when they tried to insert themselves on my channel. However, she is right. Just recently, and I'm talking about channel holders, or I'll say, well, that I know of one recently within the last maybe week or so, literally was making some real raggedy, messy allegations up on Hennessy about Chrisean, and we know that it's not even like that. She would never do Chrisean like that. And they're saying that because they see the respect that Hennessy gets out here in the community. And they see that her word is her bond. And when she drops the ball, she does like she's supposed to, like a responsible commentator. She retracts her statement. And I do it too. People like to rub it in my face. Oh, but you, be quiet. I retracted what I thought to be what it was from the information that I looked up. Not that somebody told me. The research that I did, I perceived it wrong. And I shared the information incorrectly. And I will retract it. I have no problem with saying that I dropped the ball, that I did something wrong. I said something the wrong way. The problem is people don't want to let you live when you're human and you make a human error. They're waiting for you to drop the ball so that they can make that something for them to talk about. When there's really nothing to really be talked about, they'll try to make stuff into something that is not. And it's sad. It really is sad. But that's how people get down. So so we're going to move on.
Bother anybody, but I don't like for anybody to come bothering me.
I know that's right.
Now, if people come to me asking me information on content, I let them know that, yeah, if it was a foe, I would go ahead and do whatever. But if it was a friendly to me, then I wasn't trying to debunk anything because I knew that people were being messy. Even now to this day,
button, please.
I'm not going to answer a question for somebody else. I'm going to answer a question about me. And if you ever have a question about anything that I have done or said, you can inbox me and we can have a conversation about it. But you can't ask somebody else to speak for me because they can't speak for me, sweethearts. Only I can speak for me and answer questions about why this and why that. Why did I say this or why I thought that? Nobody else can speak for Henny but Henny. Just like nobody can speak for whoever but them. Don't come to me and ask me anything about anyone. I wish people would mind their own content and stop coming from other people. Right. I wish people would stop playing the telephone game, running back and forth, spreading stuff and saying stuff and twisting stuff and all. I just got on people about being messy. Now, at the end of the day, this is what happened with Chrisean's court case. They had a hearing on Friday
and they may
that was not on
her.
the calendar. Whether she showed or not, there was a proceeding held.
It may have not have been with her.
Thank you so much, Hollywood Unlocked. I appreciate you. And so this is what was said. This
let me see what's
up and all. I just got on people about being messy. Now, at the end of the day, this is what happened with Chrisean's court case. They had a hearing on Friday that was not on the calendar. Whether she showed or not, there was a proceeding held. Thank you so much, Hollywood Unlocked. I appreciate you. And so this is what was said. This is what was done according to the documents. What does this all mean? We're going to have to wait to see it play out. I'm not going to sit here and say this is for sure going to happen or that is for sure going to happen because I'm not in that case. I can tell you when the DA has been in the records. I can tell you when the arresting agency has been in the records. I can tell you all of that stuff. But what I can't tell you is what's going on behind the scenes. And I'm not going to make a prediction as to what I believe may happen or what I think may happen as far as a definite for sure thing. We can all assume, we can all play the guessing game, but no one knows for sure except for the lawyers and the judges and the arresting agencies involved in this case are the only ones that know for sure what's about to happen. I don't even think Chrisean knows everything that's going to happen because, see, I know
that's one thing.
When they get ready to transport you, they don't always tell you next week.
That's what I had said at the beginning of the live. We might know more about what was updated over the weekend than she knows. You know, she's in-house in the jail, and she'll probably get a letter that they'll type up and send to her jail cell. And she'll probably find out all of this information after we found out about it from Hennessy Review or looking it up on our own. We don't have to always necessarily go to Hennessy Review, but she's available. You know what I'm saying? She makes the information available to the public. So we share the information over here. But we don't even know if Chrisean Rock right now. This was updated over the weekend. She might not find out to maybe the middle of the week what decisions they're making as far as what they're going to do with.
So I don't have issue with looking things up. But if I'm giving you the updates and I'm showing you the court docs and I'm reading it doc for doc, word for word off of the doc, and I'm giving you definitions of what things mean.
They should show them more
credit
than what they're doing. Words. Yeah. Yep, that's the least thing you owe to her.
I can appreciate that, Hood Unlocked. I can appreciate that. And guess what? There's other programs that you got to pay for per month or pay per docket for you to get the stuff off of their site, pay per page in order for you to get. So I understand sometimes y'all don't want to look in there. Can we get the likes up to 400, guys? There's 518 in here. We're at 371.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Find anything. Remember when they stole your content last year after you did all of that work? They don't like telling information because it's a security risk, right? Vanessa, it's happened a lot of times. I don't. At this point, all I say is just give me my credit, please.
That's
That's
right.
all I ask
That's
for.
what you're
Give me
supposed
my
to get, your
credit.
credit.
Hetty, let them haters hate, because now everybody wants to know who Henny is and what she's talking about. Then when they they get hooked to the truth and never leave. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. What'd you say? The lawyers are working. Yes, they are. Yep, they can show up 5 minutes before you're supposed to get out if they want to. And that's a fact. So this is why I'm not saying anything. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying, yep, they definitely gonna come to get her, or nope, they not coming. I'm saying I hope they don't, and she gets to stay in Cali
And
for the
that's just
sake
her
of her
opinion
child.
when she says she hopes
That's
that
what
they
I'm
don't.
saying. But I'm not blind to the reality of the situation neither. I know there's two ways that this can go.
She's just
Either
giving her
she's
a
gonna come
positive
home or
output.
stay in Cali, or she's gonna go to Oklahoma. And if she goes to Oklahoma, what do we know about the Oklahoma case? We know that she got violated for the 120 days of community service. Not
all we know is that if she does have to go to Oklahoma, or if she does do a Zoom call and in court call, whatever you want to call it, court hearing, she could either just be going so that they could tell her with her in her face or on a Zoom her new stipulations to a new, reinstatement or probation, or they could make her do 30 days, 60 days, 90. We don't know what they're gonna do. We have to get her there. She needs to get there first, or do this Zoom court proceeding for us to know. Everything else is just speculations. It's also an adult conversation between adults that we're having, because we do want to see this be over with so she could get out to take care of her obligations as a mother and as a businesswoman, a young businesswoman making money to take care of herself and her child.
served. We know that she has a warrant that says 30 days. We know that. Those are facts. Those are not made up delusional hallucinations. Those are facts. So that means that if she goes to Oklahoma, there's a strong possibility that it would only be the 30 days. And she probably, if she has to go, would go there and turn right back around, just face the judge, and the judge could give her time served. Or they could be working behind the scenes, correcting things in the document. Because what do we know to be a fact based off of the documents? We know that a Nook Pro took place. And we know that that refers to a change to an earlier date of an order, judgment, or filing of a document. The possibilities are endless. And we can sit here and we can play the what if and this could go game all day long. And I could let all of y'all come up on the platform and tell me what you think and give me your theories and all of that. And guess what? Some of us will have the same theories, but a lot of us will have different thoughts and opinions on it.
But it ain't going to get you nowhere. We can only sit back and wait. It's not going to get us nowhere. Period. It's not going to get us nowhere. Only thing we have to do is wait. The only one that can let us know the movement, the non-movement, or the situation is the courts. And we have to wait on the courts. The courts are fickle. They do things on their own time.
We're people. We're people who are free thinkers, and we think for ourselves. When I give my content, it's not to convince you of anything. It's sharing my observations and my thoughts. And if you listen, you can tell the difference between the fact and the thought by the verbiage that I use. See, I'm not for those who are lazy listeners or lazy thinkers. I'm for those who can think, who can decipher, who can understand. I'm not for those who want to run with a narrative because it's salacious. I implore you to think for yourself. I even implore you guys to come up here and give me your thoughts when I open the panel, because I love the way you guys think. I even implore you to come up here to engage in healthy debate. And we've had those where we haven't yelled, argued, screamed, none of that. So if you're coming for mess, I'm not being messy. If you're coming for the drama and the lights, camera, action, I'm not for that. I'm here to give you what I see, give you what you asked me for, and give you the best information I can and the best version of me. And that's it. You've been pretty accurate since the day I started watching your channel. Thank
I think that people need to just respect, that she's trying her best. She is definitely a supporter of Chrisean Rock. She wants to make sure on both ends, on Chrisean Rock's part and on, her supporters' part, that she is relaying the correct message. And sometimes the courts can, be confusing too, because something could say one thing 1 minute, then it could be changed around the next minute. Something wasn't even updated about Chrisean Rock's case, her appearing in the court on, I guess, Friday, I want to say. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. However, it was documented over the weekend, which I don't understand how that is possible, but that also goes to show how backwards the legal system can be, because the legal system is not even open on the weekend. Only things open on the weekend is the police station. So I'm not understanding how that came about, unless there was some system maintenance that had to be done on their site. And once the maintenance was done, then all of what needed to be updated from Friday was updated in the system. We just have to sit back and watch this play out. We don't know what is going to be the fate of Chrisean Rock. We're trying to keep people up to date. At least Hennessy Review is definitely trying to do so, in the way that she presents her commentary, by looking into the legal documentations and trying to find the most up and current information that she can to share with the public, so that we're not left in the dark, because the courts don't care if we're left in the dark. The courts don't care that we support Chrisean Rock. So the courts don't care about Chrisean Rock's haters or congratulators. They don't care. They're doing things the way they want to do them. And sometimes we have to sit back and watch, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of channel holders. They are holding animosity. They're hurt. Hurt people. Misery likes company. And they are not here for a resolution. They're not here to be concerned about Chrisean being free, being back with Junior. They want the drama. That's it. They don't want to see nothing good on Chrisean Rock. And we can't let those people stand in our way from the weight game of trying to find out what is going on with Chrisean Rock. When is Oklahoma going to get up off there, and handle what they're going to do with Chrisean Rock, so she can go and take care of her obligations to her son, which is more important than, I think, anything, even blueface. It's a waiting game. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. That's why I kept saying we weren't even sometimes talking about anything prior to Chrisean Rock getting locked up, his father's legal obligations, but I would just bring them up because it was heavy on my heart, that I can't understand that a social media influencer that's known worldwide is that comfortable with being in public, knowing she has all these legal obligations held over her head. And it concerned me. And it also concerned me, was she concerned? And it kind of sort of bothered me, because I said to myself, I mean, this is crazy. She's got to do better than this. She really does. This is really dangerous. But like I said, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's just the bottom line. I just wish for the best for her, and I hope that they get her out of there as soon as possible so she can get back to her, her real life. And I hope when she gets out, she's more focused on Junior and herself, and let Blueface be a man, serve the rest of his time. They're allegedly, and I say allegedly, they're saying he's being sentenced because of stuff that was found in the cell that people were running around at that time saying was meth. I don't know what they're going to do with that case, but it's alleged. She needs to stop putting her life on hold, and she needs to do Chrisean Rock and leave this mess alone. She's got to leave this mess alone. This is not healthy. I believe that if maybe when Chrisean Rock was dealing with Blueface and then they broke up, if there wasn't a period where they got back together, I believe she would have handled her situation. I really believe she would have. She needs to be with him while he's so young. Yeah. Yes, Fat Time, I agree. Hopefully, this is gonna make her want to do right and be with June. Yeah, I hope so too, Rosen. I know that it's only a human thing to feel like now I'm starting to see what was already told to me that's gonna happen if I don't clear this up. I don't think she was realizing how serious this was, and that's why it got far out of control like it is now. And I honestly think that Oklahoma's you know doing what they're doing. This is just my opinion, because of her waiting so long to get to them. You know, that's the only thing I can honestly think of, is that they're like, we're not in a rush. We have this amount of time before we have to come get her. We're gonna make her sit there like she made us wait. So I really don't know. No, she did not get out. Hey, hey girl, how you doing? Kalia. Good morning, Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Did y'all get your notifications? This was really not a planned live. I just happened to go live because I wanted to do this update because I have a few things that I'm going to be doing, and I won't be able to do a 7 o'clock update. So as you all can see, it's going on 7 now. So it will not be a 7 o'clock update. We'll be going back to our usual 7 a.m. live tomorrow, but there will be a 7 p.m. live tonight, definitely. I'm thinking about going live on my second channel. I don't know. I probably will do that. We'll see how it plays out. But either way, there's a lot going on, and hopefully it gets sorted out quickly. And Chrisean Rock is free again, and Chrisean Rock stays free again. She needs to be there to be a mother. Okay, now you should be able to hear me. Thank you so much, Mep. Yeah, long as you we're up here. Okay, I got you right now. You can hear me now. As long as we have these adult conversations out of concern, or even if you don't like Chrisean, you're more than welcome to speak how you feel. Long as that we're respecting one another and we're not leaving off these platforms being irresponsible, running with false narratives, we're good up here. At least y'all are good with me. We can agree to disagree. There are people that ride with me, that support me, that don't like Chrisean Rock. That is okay. And then we have people that they support Chrisean Rock and they love Chrisean Rock and they want to see her do good. That is okay too. But as long as we're having an adult conversation and we're respecting each other, that is all that matters on this platform. I don't want to hear what another channel holder said about me or somebody else on their platform. We're not messy up here. We're grown. This is not what this channel is meant for. We're not with the drama, the crabs in the barrel mentality. So listen, I'm about to get off. Please make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate everyone who was in this very early live before 7 p.m. I appreciate all of you guys for coming and joining me on this live. I told you it was going to be a fairly long live because I will not be going live at 7. However, I will be doing a 7 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time, which will be about 12 hours away towards the end of the night. I have not done one in a while. And I will see you all on that 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah.